So,
But anyway.
yeah, come join us on our adventure.
We got eyes and stretching.
Yeah. And some toots. Oh, big yawns. Big yawns. You're such a little wiggler. Yes, you are. You're a little wiggler. What are you looking at? This is your room, baby. Yeah. You like it? Little wiggler. Boo. 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 Yeah. Tell us all about it. Tell us all about it, beautiful. Oh. Well, hello there, everyone. So, as most of you probably know, we did not have a vlog last week for some particular reasons, being as we were in the hospital with baby Leia. She was born this last Thursday at 2:18 in the morning. She weighed a whopping 8 pounds, 11 ounces, and I believe was 22 3/4 inches long. And so, yeah, today marks her first week. So she is officially 1 week old as of today. It has definitely been a whirlwind this past week. Getting into the routine of things and like the whole sleep and eating schedule is all out of whack right now, and still like trying to get used to that and grow accustomed to having a baby around the house. I mean, definitely worth it. Definitely don't regret it in any way, shape, or form. And I think it's safe to say that all of little Leia's family members are absolutely in love with her, especially her Auntie Megs. But yeah, so let's backtrack a little bit and give you like just a little bit of info leading into having her. So Wednesday, I kind of felt funny like all day, and just like I didn't want to get my hopes up though, because I'd felt strange and like kind of bleh for a few days and thought that I was close to labor, and then ended up not being close. But yeah, Wednesday I just had this like really weird kind of crappy feeling all day. And then it got closer to the evening and I felt a few like minor, nothing to write home about contractions. And so I was bouncing on the exercise ball that Mama let me borrow because my midwife had told me that will help move her down into position. So I was bouncing on that, and then I'd get up and walk some, and Nick and I walked around the block twice. Because I kept feeling like this really crappy feeling, and I started feeling the contractions. Not very close together, yeah, obviously, but I started feeling like it was gonna, like, the process was starting to happen, so, yeah, so we were doing that, and then it got later, and I was like, Nick, I think this is like actually the beginning of labor. My contractions are starting to get closer together. They're starting to get more intense, where it's to the point where I have to stop and focus and like not talk while it's going on. So it lasted about an hour, maybe a little longer, and I called my midwife and said that I was starting to feel contractions. They were getting closer together, 5 minutes apart. And then she told me to go get a hot shower and just to kind of rest for a little bit, because it was my first pregnancy and first child. It was probably going to take longer for labor to go on, and she wanted me to be as comfortable as possible for as long as possible. So she didn't want me to be rushed into the hospital and then have to sit in the uncomfortable hospital for another who knows how long. So I did that. Called her back. Contractions were still about 5 minutes apart, getting closer to 2 or 3 minutes apart. And so we left the house with all their stuff and headed to the hospital and got there around 10:30. So we were in our room, and then just a couple hours later, Miss Leia came into the world. And I am extremely glad that the hard part of labor is over. That was kind of the only part throughout the entire thing that I was dreading and not looking forward to, which I think that probably most people. But yeah, glad it's over. Glad that I actually had a fairly easy and quick labor compared to most people, especially for their firstborn child, because lots of people labor goes for a lot longer than 4 or 5 hours, which I think I was there for like 5-ish. Yeah, I was in labor for like 5 or 6 hours. So that's actually really quick compared to some people. So that I am thankful for. But yeah. So now we're just working on getting into that sleeping schedule where she's actually sleeping for 2 or 3 hours at night before waking up to eat again. Right now it's been kind of rough. She might fall asleep for a couple hours to begin with, but then getting her back to sleep after she wakes up is really difficult. So that's been the struggle of the week. Being able to get her back to sleep so that I can sleep. And being able to get stuff done while she's asleep during the day. And just kind of getting myself back into a routine, because honestly, I've been kind of blah and lazy this past week. I mean, I guess that's kind of to be expected after just having a baby, but so, but yeah, things have been good. Her grandparents love her. All her aunts and uncles that have seen her so far love her. Yeah, so she is a very loved baby, and looking forward to this next chapter in our lives. Definitely not where I saw myself at this point in my life, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. So that's where we're at, 1 week in, and I hope you guys enjoy all the baby videos and pictures that I will add to this video. Until then, catch you guys later.